Thinking about moving to Saanich, but you don't know what neighborhood is the best fit for you? Well, don't worry, I got you covered with this list. Here's a list of the top 5 neighborhoods to keep your eye on if you think about moving to Saanich. I'm G, I'm a realtor based here in Victoria, BC, and I help people buy and sell all across Greater Victoria. So if you have any questions or need help, my info is in the description below. Other than that, let's get into the list. So first up, Gordon Head. Gordon Head just sits north of the University of Victoria, and that really shapes the area. You get a mix of families, professionals, and students. Then with that mix, it shows in the housing as well. You have mid-century family homes, larger properties, and newer custom builds as well. But you see condos, rental apartments, and older townhomes too in the area. However, nature is also a huge part of life in Gordon Head. You have Mount Douglas Park, which has forest trails and a beautiful lookout once you get to the top to really see what Victoria has. But say you don't have time or you're not able to hike to the top, you can actually drive your car all the way to the top as well. So whether you're hiking or you just want to enjoy the view, it has options for you. Now, if you want to go to the beach, it's nearby as well. So the nice thing about Gordon Head is you have different options depending on what you want to do. But if you need to think about your daily life as well, Gordon Head has that pretty much covered as well. You have Tuscany Village and University Heights nearby for groceries, restaurants, cafes, and other things as well. And University Heights is actually going through a full development where they're adding a rental apartment, but also commercial space to add more options on top of that. So it's really nice because you have pretty much everything you need nearby. And if there's something that's not nearby, you can drive to that as well. Then when it comes to families, they love it there because of also the options for schools. You have elementary schools, middle schools nearby, then you have high schools nearby as well, such as Mount Douglas Secondary, which is right in Gordon Head, but also Lambert Park, which is just pretty much down the road when you think about it. But say you want to go to other high schools, there's bus routes that can help you out with that. Then in terms of post-secondary, of course, you have the University of Victoria, but you have bus routes to get to the Camosun Lansdowne campus and Interurban campus. So there's great options, especially when it comes to families with say kids in school from a young age all the way to post-secondary. You pretty much don't really need to leave the area. But also being close to UVic brings a sense of energy, with coffee shops and restaurants really buzzing year-round because of that. On top of that, the homes often sit on larger lots, which means more space for say outdoor living, gardens, or even rental suite potential. But it depends on the zoning and the property itself, so definitely look into that if you're interested in that aspect too. But there's a reason investors choose Gordon Head. It's because of the student rental potential and other aspects as well of being in Gordon Head. Now again, make sure you look into that if you're interested in that as well. However, Gordon Head has pretty much everything you need. Nature, schools, ocean access, and a steady growth. And the real estate in Gordon Head tends to be on the higher side compared to other places in Victoria. Of course, it depends on the property and the market we're in, but that's the nice thing about Gordon Head is that people choose to live there and live there for years. Gordon Head, when you talk to residents there, it's not really where they live for say 2, 3, 4 years. Many have lived there for 5, 10, 20, even 30, 40 years. So that's the appeal of Gordon Head. Now number 2, Royal Oak. I'm a bit biased here, but Royal Oak is actually where I live, so it's really one of my favorite places. So Royal Oak is right in the middle of Saanich West, and it's central to pretty much everything you need, and that's one of the biggest draws of it. I'm able to get to Langford easily. I can get to downtown Victoria and other parts of Victoria, which make it very convenient. Plus, you have bus routes that can get you around as well, so it's really great for families that have kids that need to take the bus around and get back home. Also, because it's close to downtown, but also right near the highway, if you need to get to, say, Up Island or even to the airport or the ferries, it's generally much easier compared to other parts of Victoria. Now, the housing in Royal Oak is mixed. You see condos and townhomes for first-time home buyers, and then detached family homes, and even luxury estates. Now, Royal Oak, when you look in terms of pricing for real estate, generally for single-family detached homes, you're looking for over $1 million. But the nice thing about condos and townhome, they're really great for first-time home buyers or retirees because of close proximity to amenities, such as the Royal Oak Shopping Center, which makes everyday life that much easier. You have your grocery shops, you have your restaurants, and other things there as well. But just up the road, you have Broadmead Village, which has more boutique shops and restaurants. So it really gives walkability for everyday needs. Then, when it comes to the outdoors, you have Elk and Beaver Lake Park pretty much right down the road. Perfect for jogging, or if you want to say take the dog out for a walk. Now, families love Royal Oak because it's quiet and the tree-lined street would make it beautiful. But commuters love the location too. You get to pretty much anywhere you want in Victoria fairly quickly, depending on where you're trying to go and the traffic and the time of day. But the reason I live in Roanoke, as a realtor, I have to get around, and Roanoke is the most central place to be, for me at least. Now, you also have public transit, like I mentioned, which runs right through Roanoke with direct routes to, say, downtown Victoria and UVic, which makes it super convenient. When I was in high school, it used to get me around very easily, and it was amazing. Now, the homes have a bit more classic suburban feel as well. Bigger yards, mature landscaping, and the nice thing is, privacy. Now, many long-term residents actually live in Roanoke for that exact reason, which gives the community a bit more of a stable, connected feel. And then you also have Commonwealth Place, so if you like to go swimming, you want to go work out, it's one of the best recreation centers in the region. For pools, gyms, fitness programs, pretty much you have it all here. Now, Roanoke really balances central convenience, nature, and family living. Number 3, Cordova Bay. Cordova Bay runs right along the eastern shoreline of Saanich, and the star of the show is the sandy beach. The beach lifestyle really defines the housing market in Cordova Bay. Older beachfront cottages sit right next to luxury estates and newer hillside homes. Plus, you have the Lochside Trail that runs right through the area, so if you like biking or just going out for walks, it's going to be a big part of daily life for you. Now, if you're someone who enjoys golfing, you're going to love it because you have Cordova Bay Golf Course, which has beautiful views and a well-kept greens. Now, despite the activity though, the neighborhood itself feels quiet and a bit more laid back. Retirees love it for the calm atmosphere, but families and professionals are drawn to Cordova Bay as well. Now, you're also minutes away from Mount Douglas Park if you want to, say, get more trails or go to the top of the lookout. Otherwise, there are local businesses and cafes that give Cordova Bay a bit more of a cozy, village-like charm. But many homes actually enjoy beautiful ocean views, which is a big part of living in Cordova Bay. You also have schools nearby, so if you need to go for, say, elementary, middle school, high school, and post-secondary, there's options as well, whether that's driving or taking the bus. Now, the nice thing is, downtown Victoria isn't too far away. It may take you 20 to 30 minutes, depending on traffic, time of day, and that sort of stuff. But at least, even though you're in Cordova Bay, you never really lose that city connection. Now, Cordova Bay blends seaside living with everyday convenience, which makes it one of the most sought-after locations in Saanich. Number 4, Cadboro Bay. Don't get confused with Cordova Bay now. Cadboro Bay feels like its own seaside village as well within the city. The heart of the community is Cadboro Bay / Gyro Park, which is an amazing park with playground and fields, but right across from it is Cadboro Bay Village, which has local shops, cafes, and restaurants. The housing itself is diverse. You have charming older homes to modern estates right on the water. Families love it here because of the walkable streets and the proximity to great schools. Plus, the bay itself is a hub for paddleboarding and kayaking. Otherwise, you have local events, but you're also minutes away from UVic, which keeps the area vibrant without overwhelming it. Now, many homes have ocean views or even direct access to the beach, but of course, depends on the property itself, so look into that. Otherwise, it's peaceful and family-friendly, yet still feels lively and connected. Cadboro Bay combines seaside charm, strong community spirit, and convenience all in one. Number 5, 10 Mile Point. 10 Mile Point is one of the most exclusive neighborhoods in Saanich. It sits pretty much completely surrounded by water, which gives it a private, secluded feel. The homes here are large and custom built. The streets are quiet and lined with trees, depending on where you are in it. So it feels tucked away, which is nice, but you're still near amenities as well. And many of the properties are actually waterfront, which make it even more beautiful. And then for anyone who loves water, it's going to be pretty much paradise for you. But the zoning also helps keep it at low density, which helps a bit more of the privacy as well on top of that. Now, even though it feels secluded, Cadboro Bay Village is just minutes away for, say, coffee, shops, and restaurants. Plus, you have UVic nearby, which keeps the area connected. The community vibe is upscale, quiet, and private. Plus, property values are some of the highest in Greater Victoria, showing just how desirable it is. And despite the exclusivity, you're only about maybe 20 to 30 minutes away from downtown Victoria. Again, depends on traffic and time of day and the situation, but that's what really draws people to the area because they can be tucked away but still access everything they like. So there you have it, the top 5 neighborhoods to keep your eye on in Saanich. Gordon Head, Roanoke, Cordova Bay, Cadboro Bay, and 10 Mile Point. Each one has its own lifestyle, whether you want family-friendly living, central convenience, beach life, a village feel, or luxury waterfront. Now, if these don't work for you, or if you're planning on buying or selling anywhere in Greater Victoria, my info is in the description below. Love to help, love to answer any questions you have. Reach out anytime, no pressure, just a resource to help you out. Other than that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.